And Linda, the thing that I kind of wanted to bring us to is your personal brand. Now, when you're building a business, so many people will speak about the importance of personal brand. We know you in the public arena now from The Apprentice. Did you have a personal brand in the business world before that?
Well, I would say that my personal brand, so there's two things here.
Okay.
Obviously, there's my own personality, which has been quite significant in negotiations, in meeting people, in trading. I'm a trader. So your own personality is very important. My own personal brand has come across in so far as, I would say I chose pretty knitwear because that's what I loved. That's what I was passionate about. So that was my personal branding. How I like to dress is my personal branding, things I like to wear. Into homes. The homes have got my personal brand on it. And I can see the correlation in the knitwear and the homes, I don't do stark homes, I do soft, comfortable homes. I never did, my knitwear, it was always pretty and soft. So I think the personal brand and the personality collide. But obviously, my personality is a big part of me, and probably was the reason Alan Sugar phoned me up, apart from the fact that we knew each other for a long time.
That's what I was going to say. How did he know of you?
So when Alan had Amstrad, it's quite well known.
I like that you get to call him Alan. I'll say Lord Sugar.
But I get to call him Lord Sugar on the programme.
Okay, fair enough.
I can call him Alan here, and he doesn't mind.
Okay.
But he had Amstrad and I had Honeysuckle, and our paths collided in the Far East.
Ah, okay.
But so I knew him on a business level and a little bit on a social level, but he lived in London, I lived in Leeds. And then he's got a home in Florida, I've got a home in Florida, and Alan is quite friendly with my son who lives there.
Okay.
And I guess when he was looking for a new interviewer, Alan has to have... The show is a young show, and I think that's part of the longevity of the show. The audience is very varied, but I would say the bulk of our audience is a younger audience. But Alan doesn't have very young advisors. He has advisors who I think can relate to what he's looking for, which I think part of the reason why he wants advisors who he can relate to. And part of the interview process is, as well as looking at the business plan, the potential and the candidate, can Alan work with them? Can Lord Sugar work with them? Can they work with Lord Sugar's team? That's important.
And it's interesting because suddenly you realise the brief's quite serious, because actually there is someone at the end of this that Lord Sugar is going to invest money in their business. So whilst we can watch it, and particularly the interview episode can be
entertaining.
It can be entertaining. That possibly wasn't the word I was going to use, kind of scary as well. But it's very, very entertaining. But actually, the grilling makes a lot more sense, if I can use the word grilling, when you speak about the fact that at the end of this, there is a big investment being made into someone's business. So there is a serious reason behind these interviews.
There's a very serious interview. Because there's £250,000. It's not nothing.
It's not.
Plus even a lot more than that, because you're going to be involved with Lord Sugar. You've been on a TV show that's probably the number one show on BBC, and you're going to be in the limelight. So that grilling is important, and you have to get down into the nitty-gritty. And that's what I do. I have to dig down, and I have to dig deep.
You dig deep,
And, and if there's weaknesses there, they have to be exposed, because is the business... He doesn't want to invest in businesses that are not going to be successful. So you have to do your darndest to see this candidate, this business has potential. It might be a bit of a raw product. It might need a lot of, developing and a lot of dressing up and, but the point is the potential there for the business, and is the candidate the right candidate? So it's serious, and it's deadly serious. And so when Lord Sugar said to me, I want you to expose
right,
weaknesses.
That was the brief.
Dig deep, and give me good television.
Okay.
Brief.
Yeah. Oh, you deliver on all three for sure.
I did feel that after, and I didn't know if I could do it, but like everything else, I walk through every door, because that's what I say to people. If you don't buy a ticket, you're never going to win the lottery. So did I know if I could do television? Of course I had no idea. I'd never done that before, just that I'd never done public speaking. But if I'd have said, I can't do that, I've never done that, that'd been the end of it. I wouldn't have been sitting here today on this podcast.
We're going to take a short pause to hear from one of our sponsors. Sponsors help us make the best show possible. Don't Work Harder is sponsored by Constant Contact, the digital marketing platform built with small business owners in mind. With Constant Contact, you can grow your contacts list, send out more emails, organise social media and events, and simply get more done with their advanced automation tools. It's everything you need to grow your business, advance your automation, and attract more of the right customers all in one place. Visit constantcontact.com to get started.
But if I'd have said, I can't do that, I've never done that, that'd been the end of it. I wouldn't have been sitting here today on this podcast.
And what's it allowed you to do? So having, obviously you already had the business acumen. If anything, you've shown how that business acumen gets to help others. I know you do advisory roles, you have your online academy, but what's been the biggest change from now being a face? Like you said, you have a responsibility because you are known.
Well, it's given me a voice.
Okay.
It's got to be that. It's given me a voice, and I can inspire people. And actually, you know what? It's pretty nice when people stop you and recognise you. And most of the people, it's positive. Oh, Linda, we love you on the TV. We know, we love watching you. You're our favourite. Yeah, I can't say I don't like it. I'd be wrong if I said to you, oh, it's not meaningful to me. It is meaningful. It's bloody fantastic, actually, if you want to know the truth. But it's given me a voice, and I want to promote more of that. I want to start workshops. I want to inspire people as much as I can. I want to help people in as many aspects as I can. And as I said to you at the beginning of this, there is two sides to my life. There is the business journey, but there is the personal journey, and the two have been so interwoven because I went from an 11-year-old girl to a woman I am today with 3 grown-up children and 2 ex-husbands. But that's been another journey, and there are messages in that journey which will help and inspire people today. I've done childbirth, I've done menopause, I've done divorce, I've done love, I've done unhappiness, I've done happiness. It's all part of the tapestry.
And do you think all of these things and kind of how you've grown, and I'm going to say as a human being, like how we get to evolve as a human being, has it changed you as a leader? How do you lead your teams now versus, when you were running your knitwear business and scaling it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I'm a natural bossy boots.
Okay.
Or I'm a natural leader. When I get involved in things, I like to put my stamp on it. That doesn't mean to say I'd have to take over, but I am a leader, and therefore if I'm chairwoman of a company now that I know nothing about, I'm going to learn about that company, and then I'm going to bring my 2 penn'orth to the team.
Yeah.
You see, I'm never just happy, oh, I'm the chair, what do I do now? I look at your ideas. Okay, what is this idea? Oh, who do I know that might add to? I'm a person that naturally wants to rise to the top. That doesn't mean to say just tread on everybody else, diminish everybody else, you're going to rise to the top. But I'm a person that naturally, I want to get to the front. I don't want to be at the back of the queue. I want to be at the front of the queue. But I have never failed to recognise the importance of a team. In all my businesses, I've had teams. I might have started in the fashion business as a one person, but I ended up with a team. And I've looked for strong women all my life.
Interesting, okay.
I've worked with men as well.
Yeah.
But I don't like men that I can intimidate. And sadly, I can intimidate a lot of men. But I've surrounded myself with strong women or strong people. And there's always a place for them. There's always a place to hear what they've got to say. What are your ideas? And that's why I don't like people who are afraid to step up.
Yeah.
You can't be afraid to step up. Say what you think. If it's no good, say it's no good. So what? So I'm a leader, but I'm a team player as well.
Yeah, that's coming across. And you talked about, you said the vast majority of people who come up to you are like, we love you on the TV, you're our favourite. How do you deal with that small percentage that might not be positive? And I suppose what I'm trying to relate this to for a lot of our audience might even be social media. It might be the post that goes viral and then you start to get the trolls. So if you can kind of share with us, how do you deal with any negativity?
Well, obviously, I mean, when I've done the show, people don't really know the persona. They see me grilling these poor candidates,
yes,
and you're a bitch, and you haven't given. I do get some negative publicity, but what can I do? It's not personal, you see. The negative publicity comes from the Apprentice. Once you put yourself in the limelight, then you put yourself up for praise and you put yourself up for ridicule. But obviously, what the people don't see on The Apprentice is, I always start, it's never personal. And the truth is, when we have a wrap party or whatever, I always have a great time with the candidates. They really love to talk to me.
Oh, amazing.
So it's never personal. My criticism isn't personal. If Lord Sugar's got £250,000 and I'm put in front of someone to say to Lord Sugar, I think this is a good investment along with the team, then I've got to be able to dig deep. So, there's always going to be positive and negative. I try to look on the positive, and as long as you get a lot more positive than negative, it's part of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to love me, and not everyone's going to believe that, the TV persona is not the total woman. Just have to go with the flow of it.